American ingenuity playing with your food, how American corporations weaponize the food to make you sick.
But it doesn't have to be bad for you. So we just hadn't run the experiment and people didn't know what was going to end up?
80% of the 80% go right now, and I think a lot of this is not in quest to what I'm seeing is to highly processed grains, is to enrich flour basically. So if you look at any go to a gas station and pick up any processed food, the first ingredient, probably second and third, is some kind of highly processed grain. And the processing...
Or sugar, quite frankly.
Exactly. So it's sugar, seed oils, and highly processed grain. It's actually miraculous what American ingenuity can do with those three ingredients. You take any food and some mixture of those things. And it's usually multiple sugars, multiple highly processed grains, and multiple seed oils, canola, soybean, things like that. So the processing of the grain means taking the fiber off, which the fiber is what, number one, blunts the glucose impact of a whole grain, right? Number two, it's where a lot of the nutrition is, but it erodes, it goes stale. So the processing is taking that fiber off. So that's what the 70s with these good intentions basically did. They're like, we need these things to sit on the shelf for years. So we're gonna take that fiber off, and then we're gonna create these frankenfoods. And add them with a lot of sugar to make them more addictive. And I know you've talked to people in the past who've helped weaponize, and I think weaponize is the right word, our food system. This is one of the largest industries in the world, and they've got very smart people. And then as we, basically subsidized and created more frankenfoods, and since that time, ultra processed food has gone from well below 20% of our diet to now close to 70%. So the incentives and this emphasis started with good intentions, but I'd actually frame the question, like taking it today, is like, what is the biggest problem in the world today? The biggest problem in the country, like if you stack rank the things that are gonna be responsible for the destruction of the American experiment, right? Number one is the fact that we let ourselves get fatter, sicker, more depressed, more infertile at an increasing rate while bankrupting the country. I mean, we're 20% of,
Bravo.
And I just want everyone to really focus on these statistics, because I think when we talk about the growth of healthcare spending, it's like our eyes gloss over. It's so common to hear this. It's like 20% of GDP growing at an increasing rate. Healthcare is the largest and fastest growing industry in the United States. So just step back.
That's awesome.
And think about that.
It's one of those, I think part of why people, their eyes gloss over is healthcare is tied to, every one of my employees cares about their healthcare.
Right.
Every one of them on the way in wants to know, what are the options that we offer for insurance? People really care about this. And so what I think people miss, and this is where you really got my attention, is you're like, everything is about creating confusion. Right. And the goal is just to create enough confusion, whether I'm shutting you down because I'm calling you a racist and I'm saying this is problematic, or I'm funding a study that says, no, it's not, sugar's not the problem, genetics are the problem, or what's the most recent one, gas stoves or
gas
whatever.
stoves, not what you're cooking on them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like they're trying to create enough confusion so that this seems like a very complicated thing, and we're all missing the point that the reality is, and this is where I was like, we can't do this whole interview and me not ask the questions, even though I don't agree with them. They're even in the hardcore fitness health industry, people are like, a calorie is a calorie.
Right.
And that if you're saying that one calorie is better than another, you're out of your mind. So if it's if the people that are shredded and they look amazing and their whole focus is health, even they're pushing something that I'm like, on a cellular level, you are out of your mind.
Right?
Then you understand how confusion ends up taking over this whole argument.